Hi. So this is the Christmas Unicorns and Santa session breakdown. I want to have two videos because it's just going to probably take too long to explain all of this in 3 minutes. I don't do sessions or anything like that anymore, but I wanted to release this one before Christmas because it's such a heartwarming, it's almost like a story even though it happened. So as far as Santa goes, people who say Santa's not real, that's actually untrue. He was a real person at one point. His name was Nicholas the Wonder Worker, and he was made into a saint. So of course he's an ascended master now, who especially loves Christmas spirit. He loves children, and he loves helping humans embody that fun, giving, relaxed state of mind during the holidays. He is more the miracle provider more than gift provider, but he does provide gifts if you really, really need them. So as far as the unicorns go, they always show me a huge wallpaper-like background that takes up my entire whatever room I'm in. And this time it was like glittering golden stars and swirling galaxies and things like that. They use that one a lot because they know that I love anything. I'm a sucker for anything moons, galaxies, stars, but there was also a winter vibe going on. So the unicorns came galloping in. They were dressed exactly like this picture. They had Christmas wreaths around their necks and garlands strewn all the way down to their tails, tied around their tails and all the way back. They stood up on their hind legs to greet me. I took this as a sign of high honor and respect, and I was blown away. I started crying immediately. They trotted over to the body. They began to drop little pieces of holly in, and I couldn't tell what they were doing, but they were actually making a wreath one by one pieces of holly that they were adding. After this was done, a lotus appeared, and the lotus means triumphing through adversity, and it means, because the lotus grows in mud, and it's like overcoming challenges in a person who has hardcore resolve, and this client actually has been through a lot. So the lotus hummed and vibrated so strong that the air, I could actually feel it. It was so powerful, all the waves going out in all directions. They trotted over to me and handed me 2 pine cones made out of chocolate colored geodes, like crystals. They were glittery, they were absolutely gorgeous, and they said that they represented honor and integrity and told me I had both of those qualities, which made me cry even more. I was so thankful. We're coming to the end of the video, so I'll see you on part 2. Hello, part 2. Okay, so after they did the pine cones, all of a sudden I'm looking and I see this huge snow globe floating up to me, and they were wanting me to look into it. As I peered into it, I could see that they had made their elemental realm where they lived into a snow globe, so I could actually see what it looked like, because I'm always obsessed to know where these beings live, what do their houses look like. I want to know everything. So I was able to witness that. It was beautiful. It reminded me of Camelot, just quaint and magical, of course. So they left the session, and then St. Nicholas showed up. He's been to many of my sessions. He comes to me all the time at Christmas, and he asked me if I wanted to see him in his true form. So I said, of course. He shrunk down from the larger man and the red suit into this beautiful ivory cloak that almost looked like it was made out of velvet or fleece. And it had runic symbols, I think they were, all the way around, embroidered in gold thread. He walked up to the body and placed a evergreen ice tree into the body. All of a sudden it gently exploded, and it caught all of the toxic energy in the air, pulled it in, turned to snow, and then began to snow all of it down on the ground so that it could then be transmuted. I was just amazed by this. In his true form, Santa reminded me of Father Nature, more of an elemental than like a magical character from a movie. So after that, I always ask if the beings have anything to say to us, because they give the best advice. So this was in 2020, the last time I had connected with them was last December, and they just shook their heads like, oh my goodness, we're so sorry what you have just been through. We saw every second of your suffering. None of it was in vain. You will be fully celebrated for it after you cross over, and everything will make sense. But pretty soon, good things are going to start happening this year. And that we're talking about 2021. So yeah, they just really, really empathize with us. But it's so funny because they're always laughing, you know, but they don't laugh at us. They're just like, oh my goodness, you know, they laugh to lighten the mood up just because of how dark the last couple of years have been. So their message this year was, you are a star, shine on, do not let anyone dampen that spirit. Every time you react to someone, you become them energetically. So try not to, even when you think about someone, you're letting their energy in. So yeah, they just basically said, shine on, you know, do your thing. All right, happy holidays.